third match of the night is going to be a rematch from last month's Money in the Bank pay-per-view. It is the WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos, going up against the Wyatts. And we've seen a lot of tomfoolery coming in these matches. We've seen the Wyatts been able to upset the Usos in a non-title match on Monday Night Raw, only to find out that the Wyatts pinned the wrong man and the referee got confused. And, through all of that, WWE granted the Wyatts a championship match. They get one more shot at the big deal, and to make this, they went back to the old school 2 out of 3 falls match. I've been watching a lot of older pay-per-views. The other night I was watching a SummerSlam, Demolition versus the Hart Foundation, 2 out of 3 falls match. I've been watching a lot of the Saturday night's main events, and a lot of the tag team matches on there were 2 out of 3 falls. It was almost like, because it's a tag team, you got 2 dudes in there. Maybe you were able to go out there and beat one of the guys, but are you able to beat both the guys? And I know you can pin Jimmy twice, and it still counts, and the Usos would lose. But it's almost like they're trying to say, like, you have to pin Jimmy and you have to pin Jay. You have to pin both of them from here on out. And last month I was really picking the Wyatts in order to win this match, thinking that the Wyatts were going to be able to take the tag team championships and sort of bring a sort of a new rub to the Wyatt family, because they had been beat down by Cena. They weren't able to win that war as a tag team. Luke Harper has a lot of fans out there. People love to see him have that goofy ass. He's looking right into the hard camera, but he's not really looking at us. He's almost like a lost soul. He doesn't even know where he is, except for he knows when he's in a wrestling ring, he needs to kick some ass. It's almost like Jesse and Festus of yesterday. I just don't see them being able to get the job done. I think that, with the 2 out of 3 falls sort of gimmick, I think it's sort of setting up the Usos in order to get the win here. I know that, on Raw and on SmackDown, we've seen, where like, Luke Harper would beat one of the Usos, but then one of the Usos would beat Aaron Rowan. It just, these two teams have been very equally matched. We've seen the Usos beat the Wyatts. We've seen the Wyatts beat the Usos. But I think WWE is really behind the Usos as the tag team champions now. I think that if you do have the Wyatts win this match, especially with the 2 out of 3 falls match, where do you really go from there? Except the Wyatts have to move on and face one of the other tag teams, which there's only, the Rhodes brothers, and there's only Ryback. I mean, those are the only 2 other teams that are out there. One of the Matadors is injured right now. He's on the outs, and I can't really think of any other tag team there is. They broke up the Real Americans. They're not together anymore. They were one of the teams that were with them at WrestleMania. They brought a real big, sort of love to the tag team division. For a while, it was really looking really strong. Now they're back down to just these guys. We've seen the Usos and the Wyatts fight, it seems like 5,000 times. I'm really surprised that Ryback and the Rhodes brothers don't really have a match on the pay-per-view. I mean, Cody Rhodes, is getting a lot of love out there from going on with this gimmick that they've given him and pushing it to the edge. I don't really know where they're going. That promo with Goldust and Stardust on Monday made me think that the Rhodes brothers are fucking stoned out of their mind or something. They're just beyond the points of crazy. I thought they were going to put them together. Cody would turn on Goldust, and we'd finally get that Cody versus Goldust match, and then Cody could go on to being, that heel somewhere along the way. But he has mastered, every gimmick that they've given him, whether if it was just being sort of like that, rookie babyface, going out there with Bob Holly, to being that sort of, the lackey to Randy Orton, going out there and whooping ass, making sure the Legacy kept the championships. We've seen him as Dashing Cody Rhodes, wearing the mask and, doing the beauty tips in the mirror and everything like that. He's really conquered everything that he's been given. But I just think he deserves better than that. I just don't know why he's stuck there. I don't want the tag division to fall apart. Every time you think that they got something going, the wheel starts running down the road. Bam, one of the wheels falls off, and the whole wagon just bam. And it just grinds into the dirt and just comes to a complete end. But 2 out of 3 falls, I don't know where you go from there. You can't go back to having just a normal one-on-one match. So I am picking the Usos to win this. The Wyatts, where they go from there, I guess they just be involved in whatever Bray is doing from here on out. You can put them in tag team matches, to fill up SmackDown and fill up Raw, but I just don't see them holding the championship titles. I know that Bray sort of promised after Money in the Bank that the Wyatts were going to be holding all the titles at the end of the day, and then when the end of the day ended, they didn't have any. So, they walked away empty-handed. Bray is going to be going up against Chris Jericho, and they have that sort of a feud going on. So, we'll have to see what goes down, but that's going to be it from here. I believe the Usos are going to beat the Wyatts, and we'll go from here into the next video.